More uncertainty in the automotive industry due to tariffs. Now, this has been a very much a developing story. We've spoke a lot about GM and what they've been saying, about what Ford has been saying. Now is the turn of Stellantis, one of the largest car conglomerates in the world. They, of course, own Jeep, Dodge, and Chrysler over in the United States, and here in Europe, they own Fiat and Peugeot, among many, many others. They have now suspended their full-year guidance due to the uncertainty surrounding these tariffs. They said on Wednesday that withdrawing its full-year financial guidance due to uncertainties regarding the impact of US President Donald Trump's back-and-forth trade policy. The multinational conglomerate reported a first quarter net revenue of 35.8 billion euros, which is just over 40 billion US dollars, reflecting a 14% drop from this time on the previous year. The company attributed the decline to lower shipment volumes and adverse regional mix and price normalization. Analysts had expected Stellantis' net revenue to come in at around 35.4 billion euros, so they were pretty much spot on with that analysis, just 400 million euros off the actual mark in the end. Doug Osterman, the chief financial officer at Stellantis, said, while Q1 2025 top-line results were below prior year levels, other KPIs reflect early initial progress on our commercial recovery efforts. The carmaker said that it would scrap its 2025 financial guidance due to the tariff-related uncertainties, adding it is highly engaged with policymakers on tariff policies. Shares of the Milan Stock Exchange Stellantis closed 2% down on Wednesday, and the stock price as a whole is down 32% so far in 2025. That is a huge drop. The results come shortly after the global automotive sector welcomed something of a reprieve from the Trump administration. If you didn't see the video I did the other day going over what's been agreed now, just to go over that very quickly, the United States President said on Tuesday that he signed an executive order to water down some of the auto tariffs. Tariffs of 25% on imported vehicles into the United States will continue, but the new measures aim to reduce the overall level of duties placed on vehicle imports that had resulted from separate levies, such as an additional 25% tariff on steel and aluminium, stacking on top of one another. That will no longer be the case. For now, at least, the regulations that they originally put in, I believe, will eventually come back in full force from 2 years, I think it is off the top of my head. So it's giving them some time to adjust at least to these new measures. Under the latest White House order, an additional 25% tariff on auto parts that was set to start on the 3rd of May will also take effect, but vehicles that go through final assembly in the United States will be able to qualify for partial reimbursements on those levies for up to 2 years. So there we go, guys. Another automaker, another giant of the automotive industry has said that they are pulling their guidance, their forecasts effectively for 2025, because there are changes. There are probably going to be more changes at some point, so they cannot accurately forecast it. Is this a surprise to you guys? Are you concerned for Stellantis? Because like I said, their stock exchange price is absolutely plummeting right now. It's not looking particularly positive, and year on year they have declined. They're trying to make it sound as positive as possible, really, with those KPI targets, but the bottom line is that, of course, sales are down, revenue is down, so it's not a great look, really. But yeah, for much more news from the world of cars, do keep it tuned here to the channel. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to see more of this, and have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world today.